Welcome back, everyone, to the Lone Star Showdown podcast. I'm your co-host Chance, and with me always is Kyle.
What's up, everyone?
So, Kyle, only one of us played this weekend.
Yeah,
I got to enjoy a lot of football. I actually kind of like not having to play
yeah.
on a weekend.
I never mind a bye week, especially if there's great games on. We had lots of good games, so yeah, I'm sure it was nice to not have to stress about your team losing.
It was also just nice, like getting to watch like all these other teams play. I got to watch TCU, Oklahoma State. I did a little offensive coordinator shopping there, and then
Who for Riley?
I mean, the guy out of Casey Dunn out of Oklahoma State ain't too bad either.
Right.
I don't know if Mike Gundy would part with him, but you know, sometimes money talks. Uh, and then I got to watch Tennessee versus Alabama, which I mean that
That
was
that Tennessee Bama game was ridiculous. That was back and forth the whole time. You know, classic Bama. They did their thing where um, if you tune in, you see that they're down. I might watch this upset, and then a few minutes later you change back and they've tied it again, and that's just classic Bama.
it was
But
a
I'm
it,
but that
so,
that last drive by Bama, I was like, this is literally what they did against us. They're going to drive down for a game-winning field goal, but I was not expecting Tennessee to be able to come back and win it like that because there was like what 19 seconds left or 16 seconds left,
yeah,
something
solid
crazy.
back and forth game, like solid
Yeah,
just tennis match. They were just going back and forth, and you at one point you think you know, uh, this is where Tennessee screwed the pooch. You know, this is Bama drove
yeah.
down.
That one where the one where he handed it off to no one and Bama ran it back for a touchdown. I was like, it's over, game over.
Yeah.
But
So
yeah,
great game there. Love the celebration. Them all running on the field,
they
tearing
threw
down the
those
goalpost
goalposts into the river. That's
into the
amazing.
river, playing Dixieland Delight.
Yeah,
Um, God, I mean, just what a fun little game
yeah,
to watch. TCU and Oklahoma State, like I said, had no shortage of fun to see. TCU was down 1 point, 16-30, and then rallies back to win 37-30 in overtime. What a hell of a game!
yeah.
Um, any other games?
Yeah. On a positive note, it made me feel more comfortable about Oklahoma State, but less comfortable about TCU. Uh, so I'm basically the same that I was. We're gonna lose one of those for sure.
I don't know. Oklahoma State, like they're always that team that loses. Like they always lose the heartbreaker of a game, but then they go on to win a bunch of pretty good games.
Yeah,
Like this may be their one loss, and it's a good loss. TCU is a great team,
yeah, they're a top 10 team,
uh,
undefeated. It's not
and
bad.
I mean, what do you? I mean, Texas got a hard road ahead, and y'all just. I mean, let's jump into Texas right now. Y'all struggled.
Hey, okay, we struggled, but we struggled against the number one defense in the Big 12. A team that has they're 0-4 in Big 12, every single one by a possession. Three of them by less than a field goal or a field goal or
Yep.
less. That they have hung in on all their games. All are possible wins. They're pulling in Nebraska last year. They're the best uh, four loss team in the country. They're really good. They Quinn didn't look that great against them. I mean, he still had 3 touchdowns and 172 yards, but that I was not expecting to struggle like we did. We didn't even score in the first quarter. That's bad. So again, great game. We came back from a deficit. We took the lead. Um, and in opposite fashion from last year, we did not let them come back and steal the win from us. It guaranteed loss last year. This exact scenario happened many times. I'm glad the defense came through and got a actual fumble, not targeting like everyone on Twitter is crying about. Chance's eyes are getting giant. He has something to say about this. What's up, Chance?
A
What do
little
you think
bit of
about that
targeting.
targeting?
I
Eh,
think it was targeting.
not okay. If they called it targeting, had to review it. Probably not enough evidence to refute it, but they didn't call it. Not enough evidence to say it is. So
I'm I'm gonna say it was targeting. Obviously, if you look at the play, I mean, obviously the guy comes in full force, launches himself into the quarterback who's already in a
I,
defenseless
I would
position.
not say launched. His knees were kind of squatting. He was pre-launch, and
He
he hit his shoulder. He hit his
He
shoulder.
did not hit his shoulder.
Not even
You
close.
can look at the UT football player's head and you can see the red scuff mark that came off of that other
But
quarterback's helmet.
I saw the red scuff mark on the helmet, but we don't know when in the game that
We
scuff
don't
mark
know
came from.
when that came from.
So sorry, game's over. The clock went to 0. It's done
Oh
in
no,
the
I mean,
books.
I said it against Alabama. You can't count on penalties to bail you out on in a
Right, right.
situation like that.
This wouldn't even be a discussion if what's his face didn't catch that wide open,
Yeah,
or
no,
if wide open, like that famous what's the guy's name who does all those
the coach. Yeah,
yeah,
I saw somebody post that
the
earlier today.
moment's too big, piss down the
Fist on my
legs.
leg. That
Uh,
moment too big.
Not a college athlete. Yeah,
uh,
that's Iowa State's fault. That's why they lost. It is not because of targeting.
No, I mean
Um,
you can't count on a penalty to
right.
bail you out, and that was a fumble. Like the fumble happened to Kurt. And see, I don't even know. I'd have to look at the rule book. I don't even know what the rule book would say on that because the fumble occurred prior
Before,
to
yeah,
the player targeting the
right.
other
So
player.
I think technically it would still be Texas ball, but the player would be ejected
Yeah,
and then miss half the next game.
and then
That's
you
really,
may
and
have to
then
move the
maybe move it back 15. I don't know, but
yeah,
it's still
but
I
it's
think
still
it's
going to
still
be a
Texas
first
ball.
down. It's still going to be first down,
Yeah,
first
so
and
it
10,
doesn't really
Texas.
matter. So,
Yeah. Well,
but
anyway, y'all
yeah.
y'all y'all escaped out of that one
We
with by the
escaped,
hair of
and
your chinny chin
last
chin.
year we didn't escape anything. Everyone escaped us, so it was glad to be on the other side of that for the first time in a while. So I was happy. Um, our winning streak continues up to 3 now.
Mm-hmm.
Big news for Texas. So
Yeah,
we'll see.
and you
We'll
got
see
your
what.
toughest road
Yes, we
starting
got
now.
3 ranked teams in a row. Well, actually, no. Kansas is gone. They're not ranked anymore. Neither is Baylor. So, but we got TCU and Oklahoma State. So that'll be
Kansas will
pretty.
still be a tough
Oh
out.
yeah, Kansas State is still ranked too. So
Yep,
yeah, we it'll be interesting. If we
but
can come away with just one of those being losses,
Kansas
I'll
could
be
still be a
happy.
tough out. I don't, man.
I mean, luckily for us, their backups in, and I think that really helped with Oklahoma
I thought that
staying
they
with
would.
them.
I thought that they still would have beat Oklahoma, but turned on that game, and that was not entertaining at
No,
all to watch.
yeah,
Oklahoma was having their way. Dylan Gabriel just driving the ball down the field. It makes you really wonder: is Dylan Gabriel that the big difference in that Oklahoma team? Um,
well, yeah.
I mean,
Someone said today on Twitter, um, y'all were lucky that Dylan Gabriel wasn't playing, and I was like,
yeah, I 49
I
when
don't
it's
think
49 to
he's
nothing. I
not a
don't.
defensive back. He wasn't letting all those giant passes go. I don't
Once
think he would
it's
have helped much.
49-0, I just have a hard time believing that he makes that big of an impact. Like
Yeah.
your your starting quarterback may impact the game. I don't know, 2 scores
Right.
possibly.
Yeah. Maybe. But 49. Not gonna
No,
happen.
your backup should be able to generate enough offense to like get you in the end zone when you need to be. And Oklahoma couldn't even get in field goal range against
I
Texas. It
know.
seemed like so. Yeah, that excuse is out the window. You can't use that.
But yeah.
Um,
So Iowa State, we escaped. Hopefully that was a wake up call to stop celebrating against Oklahoma. We still got football to play. Let's reel it in, guys.
you got the
Focus.
like
Uh,
I've been saying it. You got the hardest part of your schedule coming up.
I know we got number 11 Oklahoma State, and only number 11 because they just lost number whatever TCU was, 13 or whatever. They're really good. So and it's in Stillwater. I'm not sure the time, but if it's at night, that makes it worse. I hate playing at Stillwater at night. So yeah, they're bringing their best game. They always do. I think it's going to be extremely, extremely dangerously close. The kind that makes you like stressed out the entire
2:30.
day. Okay, 2:30. That's not bad. I feel better. Yeah, it'll still be close. I would say field goal game. This is going to be a close one. Um, I'm not sure. Do you know if Sanders is starting? Do you know anything
I
about that?
I've heard that he's hurt. I don't
Yeah,
know
that's what I
if
heard.
he's gonna be starting or not.
Yeah,
I mean it's we're recording on Monday, so not a lot of news is really out there about
right.
injuries and anything pertaining to that. I mean
Yeah.
even A&M today, like we have no idea who's going to be the starting quarterback this weekend.
Oh yeah, is uh
We don't even know.
yeah.
Jimbo did
Okay,
his presser today and said Haynes King's practicing, Connor Wegman's practicing.
but has Connor Wegman always been practicing like that? Like,
Well, he's practicing with the ones. Like they're both
oh, okay.
practicing with the. Well,
I
all
think
he
Connor should
said
get the
was
start.
all Jimbo said was
Right.
Connor Wegman is
They both are
practicing.
throwing the ball.
Both are throwing the ball.
Yeah.
No indication of who's starting. No indication of
Yeah.
anything such the matter.
Okay.
Um,
Well, do you want to go into the A&M game
want
then?
to go into next week?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, so next week, Texas plays Oklahoma State. A&M plays South Carolina for the most heated rivalry in college football and the most prestigious award, the Bottom Trophy,
I
which is
didn't even know.
housed
Again, I didn't know that was a thing until you mentioned it on my trophy case meme.
in the Alamo.
Oh, it is.
Yes,
I didn't know that. See, there's things I don't know.
you just don't even know your own state history. It's just just God damn.
The
All right.
very
Well, anyway, the Bottom Trophy.
distinguished bottom
A&M, the
trophy.
distinguished bottom trophy. A&M will battle South Carolina at South Carolina for the trophy. This is the 8th year that A&M has played South Carolina, and we are undefeated against South Carolina. So
Not bad.
8-0 going in against Coach Beamer. Last year at halftime, I believe A&M had a total offensive output of 237 yards, and South Carolina had a total offensive output of 10. I believe was the stat.
Yeah, that sounds about right for South Carolina. Yeah,
Yeah,
this game is usually not even close.
no.
So,
I think there was
what are
one
you thinking?
game in 2019 that ended up being not 2019. It was the year someone was fired,
Oh, 17.
2017, and that one was a really close game. That was a really fun game to watch. Kellen Mond's freshman year.
Hmm.
Um, I don't know what to expect for this game, man. Coming off a bye week, you're hoping that some of these guys got a little bit healthy. Um, Haynes King comes out. If Haynes King comes out and looks like Alabama Haynes King, then I mean
Yeah, then keep him in.
you should be fine.
Yeah,
If Haynes King is as hurt as everybody says he is, I'd like to see Connor Wegman. Apparently, Haynes King, rumor has it, he's still rolling around the city in a boot from
oh
turf
yeah,
toe.
I did see that picture of him in the boot a couple days ago.
Yeah, apparently today he was reported to be still in the boot.
Oh,
Um, I'd like to see Connor Wegman. Let's give the 5-star QB a chance. He signed a 5-star QB for a reason.
right,
Not very many of them sit the bench.
right. Yeah,
Um, to break down the South Carolina team, South Carolina's had a pretty good season. Spencer Rattler's their quarterback. He's not the Spencer Rattler of old.
right. Yeah,
I believe
he's
he's
the I guess bruised and battered Spencer Rattler.
yeah,
He's not the Oklahoma Heisman front runner starter.
yeah. And then he's I believe 10th in the SEC in passing yards right now. Which is not good for a guy that they brought in and thought was going to be like a huge difference maker.
Right.
Um, Stromberger, the tight end from Oklahoma, also came over around with him. Basically Shane Beamer and Lincoln Riley pillaged the Oklahoma Sooners depth chart on Lincoln Riley's way out.
Yeah.
But it's just not enough talent, really. I mean, A&M, if you were just to look at this on a talent perspective, A&M should just murder these guys. But talent evidently isn't the thing that wins you games all the time. We can go back to Appalachian State and see the talent disparity there, or Mississippi State. Basically, the only team that out talented A&M roster wise this year would be Alabama, and
Yeah.
that actually ended up being a closer game than as close a game as Appalachian State, but not as close a game as Mississippi State.
Yeah,
Um,
I saw a stat during that I forgot to even mention when we recorded that episode, but I think it was like Texas A&M signed more 5 stars last season than Appalachian State has signed 3, 4, and 5 stars in the last 20 years or something. Something pretty crazy. Pretty cool stat.
yeah.
I'm not sure exactly what it was, but it was something close to that.
Anyway, you out talent South Carolina by a
Right.
lot.
But this is a weird season.
This is a weird season.
You have your what do you call Haynes King? He's not QB1. He's not QB2. He's like QB 1.5 because he was the starter and then he was the backup, but now he's the starter.
Well, now he's the starter because
right, but he's only the starter because of Max Johnson
done.
injury. So he's
technically
he's
QB2.
He's QB 1.5 right now.
Yeah, well, he's QB2. He wouldn't be the starter if Max Johnson was not hurt, so he's QB2.
Okay, QB2. Got it.
If Quinn Ewers, if Hudson Card was in right now, it'd be because Quinn Ewers is hurt, right?
Right.
So he's QB2.
Gotcha.
Right. See? Logic.
Yeah, but if he starts like 6 games in a row,
he's still QB2.
I
Would you still have Quinn Ewers in if he was healthy?
Yes.
Exactly.
Then QB2. Okay, fine.
QB2.
Glad we got that sorted.
Now, if Connor Wegman starts, that may be a different conversation worth having because now you're choosing to start Connor Wegman over Haynes King. Would you make that same choice over Max Johnson?
Yeah.
That's an argument to have next year probably because if you start Connor Wegman here and you come out next year and you're like, well, we started Connor Wegman to finish the season and Max Johnson to start the season, or basically to start the season because you benched King at one point. Who's the starter now? And then you're going to play guessing games throughout the entire summer off season to the next fall to determine who's going to be the starting QB next year.
Right.
Yeah, we'll see who the quarterback is. Jibbo's not giving you any answers. He's not going to. He's just going to sit there and play cat and mouse games and make everybody guess.
So do you have a score prediction?
Absolutely not.
Okay, do a score prediction if Haynes King plays like he did against Bama, and then a score prediction if he plays like he did against Appalachian State and Wegman plays. Do both.
Oh, geez. Oh, you said 3 different things. Let me check the spread real quick. I'm pretty sure A&M was favored last time I checked. A&M is favored by 4 points.
Is it? And it's at South Carolina.
It's at South Carolina,
and A&M's still favored by 4. It's pretty good.
Yes. Over under is 46. So I'm gonna say Vegas is saying that Haynes King's starting, and that 46 is a 24-22 or 20. Yeah, no, 26-22 game. Or am I getting that right? No. Why would that be 22-22?
Wait, what's the over under?
Over under is 46, and then the spread's 4. I am bad. Why am I being so bad at math right now? 21 to
23 to 19.
21 to 25 is what Vegas is saying.
Okay.
Because the over-under is 46.
Oh, 46. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. 26.
21, 25.
Or 25, 21. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. We figured it out.
I don't know how you get 25 points. I guess you kick a ton of field goals. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of hard to put like an actual projection number next to it. I think if Haynes King starts and you get Haynes King of the Alabama game, this game's in no question win. Like you're not sweating it throughout the game. Yeah. I think A&M's probably like leading from the get go, and then you just watch A&M just win the game outright. If Haynes King looks like Haynes King of Appalachian State, I think you see Connor Wegman come in the third or fourth quarter whenever
Yeah.
you feel like you need to pull him. And if it's Connor Wegman, I don't know. That's kind of hard to like say what does a 5-star freshman look like on the road
Yeah.
versus anybody, especially in a pretty sure it's a night game.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it'd
Yeah,
be a
6:30 game on the
way better
road.
environment than like getting his first start like at Bama.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
mean,
so
whoa, yeah, way better. But
yeah,
I
so
mean,
I think you do great.
South Carolina's pretty hyped up right now. I mean, Shane Beamer's got that program rolling at 4-2. They just beat Kentucky the week before A&M comes in there. Their only losses are to South Carolina or to Georgia and Arkansas. I mean, A&M beat Arkansas, so I mean, by transitive property, uh, you should beat South Carolina. But I mean,
Yeah. South Carolina is the one who has like those sweet lights at their stadium, right?
no,
That do
that's
like
Georgia and Alabama.
uh, what do they do?
They do one of those songs. I think it's the Chicago Bulls theme song, maybe that they do, or because it's not.
Never mind.
Or did they enter the Sandman? They may be entered the Sandman. I can't
Oh, I
remember.
thought that was VTech.
Is that Vitek?
Yeah. Maybe they
Whatever.
don't. Maybe they don't do anything. I have no idea. It's South Carolina. No one knows. There's no way to find out. No
All
one knows.
right.
Just
We'll
okay.
move on from South Carolina because they're
Well,
just A&M should win this game, and it shouldn't be.
right. They should win. We'll see what happens. But
Yeah.
before we get off of the South Carolina game, I have a special guest.
We have a guest.
A special guest, not just a guest, a special guest.
Wow.
He is the biggest A&M fan I know. I don't know many. He is visiting this week. It's my dad.
Oh, hey, Kyle's dad.
Come this way. He's coming. And just so we're clear, he wore this shirt in my house.
Howdy.
Hey. I gotta put these in.
Yeah.
All right.
Just say hi and stuff.
Hey, Chance.
Howdy. How's it going?
Hey, it's awesome. It's good to get to know you. Kyle's
No, it's
talked
good.
a lot about you.
Oh yeah, we
Said
see a
more
lot
good
about
things
you.
about-
We
more-
see a lot
said
about
more-
you on Twitter.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. He says more good about you than probably anybody else I know Aggie-wise.
Oh well, I
Yeah.
feel honored.
Yeah, he's not a big Aggie fan at all. You know, we thought we had him lined out to go to A&M. Named him Kyle.
Yeah.
He had the helmet and the jersey and the cleats even and the pants. And then the spring semester of his senior year, he decommits.
Oh wow.
Yeah, man, that was tough.
Well,
I
you
saw the
tried your
campus.
best.
He committed.
You gave it the good old try, but you couldn't convince him.
Oh well. Yeah.
So tell us about yourself. What's your class year?
1980.
Oh, nice.
I was there when Kyle Murray played quarterback, not Kyler,
Yep.
his dad. Yep, he played when I was there.
So you were there when my dad was there. My dad was class of 82.
Oh, okay. Yeah, probably so.
Yep,
Yeah.
my dad was was a part of the football team back then, part of
really?
Jackie Sherrill's crew.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah, so what was it like back in the good old days of the Ags? Because you had some good football teams back then.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we did. And of course, the big game was always the UT A&M game, back then. And boy, I've missed that, and I'm real anxious to have the Horns get in the SEC with us, and we'll settle things on the field.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, boy. I look forward to playing them again.
That's gonna be a good old game. You and Kyle got to be sure that y'all get into the first one.
We do need to somehow or another. Yeah, of course, it wouldn't really matter where it is as far as Kyle's concerned. You know, I live it's probably halfway either way. I can't get these to stay in.
No. Nah, just hold them.
Okay. But back in what it was like, it was a lot more old school football.
Yeah.
A lot more running, a lot less passing. Now they throw it all over the field and amazing throws, amazing catches.
A lot more smash mouth football than
back then. Earl Campbell was playing when I was going there for the Horns, and he was just a beast to watch.
Yep.
When they came to College Station, I was at the game, and he was good. And we've had some good running backs back then.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, we our quarterback situation this year is kind of tough. And South Carolina, did you say Rattler's playing there?
Mm-hmm.
He plays there now?
Yeah.
Oh,
the Oklahoma quarterback.
Yeah. I really wasn't aware of that. That's
yeah, he left Oklahoma.
Yeah. I'm sorry to hear that, actually.
Yeah. The coach at South Carolina right now was at Oklahoma at one point, and so he went and joined a coach that probably had a little bit to do with his recruitment.
He did well at Oklahoma, so that could be tough for us, actually. And we're playing over there.
Yep.
So,
and it's a night game.
Oh, it's at night?
Yeah.
Well, what does that mean?
I don't know. It just makes the home crowd even crazier.
Oh, the home crowd gets crazy.
It'll be a little bit more rowdy.
Yeah. Longer tailgating.
Yep.
All right. Start early in the morning. Yeah. Gotcha.
And then you might start a freshman QB. We have no idea who's quarterbacking for us.
That's true. I wouldn't mind giving Connor a shot at it.
I wouldn't either.
See what he can do. Anyway, they don't have a river anywhere close over there, do they? That they can throw their goalposts into. I'd sure hate for that to happen. Have they beaten us? I don't know. No. In the SEC, I don't think they have. Yeah.
Nope. 8-0. Aggies have never relinquished.
SEC team that hasn't beat us yet. That we've played that many times.
Right.
I mean, we haven't beaten Florida, but
no, you beat them in 2020.
Did we? Yeah. Well, that's right.
We beat them twice.
That was our first SEC game.
We beat them in 2017 and in 2020.
Oh,
yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
That's a lot of. I'm surprised we played them that often.
Yeah, y'all played them.
We've played them 3 times. Surprisingly,
okay.
We've only played
First
Georgia
one was
once.
when Johnny Manziel was quarterback.
And y'all barely lost.
It was 17-20, I believe, was the score at Kyle Field.
Mm-hmm.
And do we play them this year?
Next year.
Next year. Okay.
Oh no, Florida this year. Sorry, I'm sorry. Florida this year in Kyle Field.
I thought so.
So we'll have played Florida 4 times, but we've only played Georgia once.
Yeah, how does that? That's lucky for y'all.
Yeah, I don't mind that at all, actually.
Hey, sometimes you gotta beat the best to be the best, you know.
Well, that's true. Alabama, we kind of sometimes we hang in there.
Hey, we hung in there this year.
Last week's game. I mean, everybody was talking about Jimbo's going to get his ass kicked.
Yeah.
Saban and his crew and the fans, they're going to be out for blood. It's going to be horrible. And that didn't really happen. Of course, they didn't have their top guy slinging it around. But
right.
I'm sure that would make some difference. But anyway, I thought they played decently.
Yeah, it's the best they've looked.
Yeah, defense did pretty well against Bama, I think.
He's still a highly rated recruit. He's still a Bama football player. You just go out and play the game.
Right. That's exactly right. Well, good. Cool. I'm
Yes,
glad I
sir.
got to meet you.
Hey, it's so great to meet you.
Heard a lot about you. Yeah.
And a lot of people are going to be excited to see this because they've been wanting to see Kyle's dad.
Oh, have they really?
Yes, sir.
God. All right. Well,
make sure
all the Aggies are like, man, what happened here? Like,
I know. It's been a thorn in my side forever. Yeah, forever.
But
And man,
he turned out all right though. He's a good
kid.
guy.
I mean,
He's a great guy.
Yeah, he is. He really is.
He wears ugly colors, but he's still a good guy.
Yeah. No, I agree. Yeah. He is.
He likes to give the Aggies a hard time. I'll tell you what.
He does.
He gets
just almost excessive, but I don't know where he digs the dirt up at. But well, anyway, yeah. So it was awesome.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. All right.
It's great to meet you, sir. Thank you very much for showing up.
Yeah. Hey, glad to do it.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Let's see what we're gonna do here.
Boo. Get out of here.
Thank you, sir.
Horns down. Ooh.
Okay, I'm cutting him off. He's done. He's
done
for the night.
That was amazing. What a guest star.
Yeah, we'll try and beat that one.
Oh, I thought you were about to video somebody in like blinking, and we were about to like just bash on Oklahoma. That was like 1,000 times better.
Sweet. Okay, cool.
Definitely gonna put that in the little preview.
The promo. Promo it.
All right, so let's go ahead. We've talked about enough about A&M. Let's go ahead and talk about Texas. Texas goes to Stillwater in Oklahoma to play the, what are they, 6-1 now? Oklahoma State Cowboys. So Spencer Sanders may or may not play, but you still got a great offense coming at you. At one point, they were scoring at like 1.8 points per minute or something like that. What can we expect from the Texas Longhorns?
I mean, like you said, their offense is ranked 40th in the nation for points per game. Not bad. They have handled every single person on their team. I mean, on their schedule. Like you look at even their non-conference, their conference, they've handled everyone except TCU. But TCU is a great team, top 10 team. And they almost won it anyway. They led a bunch during the game, so it was theirs to win, but they barely lost. So they're a great school, great team. I'm very nervous about their offense, but if Sanders isn't starting, that is a benefit for us. So if Sanders is healthy and playing, very, very worried. I hope our defense can find some way to stop them, like they did against Oklahoma and Bama, kind of like lights out. But if he's not playing, I think Texas should win this pretty convincingly. Maybe like by 10 points or something like that. They're somehow favored to win right now. I don't know why after last week's performance, but they are favored by 4. Maybe that was because of Sanders. I don't know when the lines came out or anything, but right now they're at I think 4.5. I would say that's probably a pretty good bet to take if anyone is out there betting.
Vegas
Sanders is not playing, I would say
Vegas typically knows more than we do.
Yes.
And if they're favoring a number, they were number 8 last week. What are they now? Number 11.
They're 11.
If they're favoring
number 20 at their house, they must know about Sanders.
They know something. They know something.
So I think it'll still be close, but I think Texas should win this one.
What'd you say the line was?
If he's not playing, I think Texas by 4.5.
It's gone up. Texas is now favored by 6.
Okay, it's definitely about Sanders.
I think they definitely know Sanders is out. So this line should be even at minimum.
At minimum, yeah, they're number 11. They've won everything and fought every game. They should be 6-0. It's at Stillwater, which if you throw in like recency bias, like Oklahoma State has beat us like 6 of the last 8 times.
Mm-hmm.
So, So I think it's a big deal that Sanders won't play.
The over-under set at 64.5.
Dang.
And you're favored by 6.
Yeah, I mean, that makes like 36-30, somewhere in there. 34-29, somewhere in there.
Yeah, 34-28.
Yeah, I mean, that score would still be a back-and-forth close game down to the last drive for either team.
I think that would be the highest score that y'all have had versus each other
in a
while.
Yeah, I mean, I remember last year they beat us, but the year before that when we played them and they were like number 6 or something, that was a pretty low-scoring game, I think.
I mean,
but you know what? Their defense this year, they're like between 7th and 8th based on what stat you look at for defense in the Big 12. So that's reassuring because Iowa State was first in all defensive categories in the conference. So seeing a 7th/8th ranked defense, I think, would be a lot better for Texas because Oklahoma is like 9th, 10th. So just a little better than Oklahoma, I think, is a good fit for our offense.
Y'all have allowed some scoring over the last couple of years. I kept thinking about that 2017 game where y'all won, where it was won 13-10.
And Sam Ehlinger threw the interception in the end zone in overtime, and I was like,
but since then, 38-35, 36-60, 41-34, 24-32. Honestly, bet that over if you're looking.
Well, maybe I'm thinking of like the closeness of it has always been, I guess.
Oh no, yeah, these are always. I mean, they are just about 6-point games. 34-41, it's 7 points. 32-24, that's 8. 36-30, 6 points. 38-35, 3 points. 13-10, 3 points. And you have to go back to find something greater than 8 points. You have to go back over 5 years where it was 49-31. I mean, these are pretty close games. I have to think.
I think it'll be close.
I have to think that Vegas knows something, and Spencer Sanders isn't playing to be favoring a road team, especially against this effective Oklahoma State offense. If Spencer Sanders isn't out, I expect UT to roll.
They better, and if they don't, then we're looking at a couple losses than the rest of the season.
Yeah, I don't think UT's defense is not bad this year. It's probably the best defense you've had, since the Sugar Bowl season, probably?
Yeah, 2018, yeah.
Definitely better than last year's defense. Your offense is also probably just as good as that year, too. Honestly, everything should be looking up for Texas right now when it comes to Oklahoma State, at least.
Yeah. So let's hope the news stays like that for us Horns because we will need everything we can get. I said this after losing to Tech that Sark is trying to lose to every single Big 12 team, and that's why he lost so many last year, which means every team we lost to last year we're going to win this year, and every team we beat last year we're going to lose to again. It's literally been that so far.
It's the mirror image.
We crushed Tech last year, and they beat us, and we lost to West Virginia, Iowa State, and Oklahoma, and we've won all those. We lost to Oklahoma State and beat Kansas State and TCU. So that means we'll win against Oklahoma State and lose to TCU and Kansas State, which
that's actually very
which is really possible.
And you beat Tech. And
then we'll beat Kansas too because they have a backup in. So it'll literally be the mirror image.
That's gonna be a pretty cool little season. You can make
Chance likes this one.
Chance likes this one. No, I mean I like the premise. Like it's just like what's that great movie Us, where it's like the mirror image of the family.
I haven't seen that one.
Oh, you got to watch that. It's a great movie.
Okay.
But same premise. Like the family like it's a scary movie by Jordan Peele, and the family shows up and they're like a mirror image of the family that they're like going into their home.
Yeah.
And it's
creepy.
But it's kind of like if this season's like that, that's pretty neat.
Yeah.
I mean, shoot. I mean,
well, that means he'll beat everyone in the conference in his first 3 seasons, but he's also lost to everyone in the conference in his first 3 seasons. So
I mean, you said at the beginning of the year you thought 8-4 was a possibility.
Yeah.
If you lose to, so you've lost to Bama, you lost to Tech. Obviously, you didn't want to lose to Tech, but I mean, it just is what it is. If you lose just to TCU and Kansas State to finish the year, how are you feeling?
Way better than last year.
Of course.
I mean, I guess we wouldn't be in the championship game since it'd probably be like Kansas State and TCU because they're both still undefeated, and we would lose to them. So it'd probably be them. So that would suck. But all in all, I would say it's. And if we go to a bowl and win, I would say that's 9 wins compared to 5 last year. Like that's a solid step in the right direction. It's
you probably end up in a Alamo Bowl.
Yeah, against Utah. I don't know. Who knows?
Utah.
Or USC.
The revenge of Cam Rising. Oh my! That would be a storyline right there.
Then it'll probably be that just for the storyline.
Oh my gosh, that'd be a storyline.
But going from 5 wins to 9 wins, I would think that's a good leap. There's a lot of people that would be like, "Nah, we should be playing for a championship every year." But we went 5-7 last year. Let's be honest, 5-7, horrible.
Honestly, if you go 8-4, I expect a huge uptick in your recruiting class. Like your recruiting class may end up being in the top 3.
Everything would be better if we win 8-9 games. So yeah, I would be fine with that.
Recruits will look at that and they'll be like, "Look at this progress. They won 3 more games." I mean,
look at Sark. He just almost doubled his wins.
Yeah, in year 2. Then you look at Jimbo and he's just struggling.
Hey, you could still win out and go 9-3, which is a better season.
I mean, that's what I'm hoping. I mean, that's what we're all hoping. We're all hoping to see like some. I mean, that's what we thought
possible.
That's what we thought would happen last year. Remember, we were sitting in this exact same podcast, and I was like, you lost to Mississippi State, and then you lost to Arkansas, and you're like going into Bama week, and I'm like, damn, we're gonna come out of this thing 3-3, and like you have a good chance you could go 6-0, and then we beat Bama, and I was like, 9-3 is not an impossibility, and it looked great until Ole Miss, and then all of a sudden LSU just got gifted a game. But those games are at home this year. Ole Miss has already been announced as a night game at Kyle Field, the 7:30 game.
Dude, that's an automatic 2,000 over capacity type of game. That's going to be loud and crazy and a hot ticket. That's going to be a great game.
So long as they don't lose this weekend, I don't even remember who Ole Miss is playing, but as long as they don't lose this weekend, they may be playing LSU. They're going to come into Kyle Field as a top 5 team.
Yeah, that'd be pretty sweet.
Top 5, top 6. I mean, that's going to be Kyle Field is going to go nuts.
That's the kind of win that y'all need though to get that
boost. It's
swagger
a boost
back. Yeah, that would top 5 win is pretty sweet.
It's what you thought you got off of Miami, and then then you ran into Mississippi State.
Yeah.
I cannot say that this episode was not without its great surprises and great conversation. I mean, honestly, like I think we've kept this thing going, but man, what a surprise. I can't wait to post this now.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Well, man, I'm all done. You have anything?
Okay, yeah. No, go Horns. Let's go.
Yeah, Giga Maggies. Thanks everybody for listening. Can't wait for y'all to hear this. Rate, review, subscribe, and give us a thumbs up. Leave some comments if you want. Thanks for listening, everybody.